Hey guys, I'm back with another Boost Box update where we're going to go over this crazy low price of Evolving Skies and also Paldea's Skyrocket to $240. I'm going to take a moment to just talk about our sponsors, to give a shout out to Sleep Discord, which is one of the discords that gives you restock drops. This is some images of their soon to be website, and this is a link to their Discord. There'll be links to the Discord and Instagram in the description. I find it useful to just look up deals. If you happen to want to not pay for Discord at the moment, you could look at them. It's free. There's the invite link, and there's even in-store like sometimes information that you wouldn't expect. Like there's news that Walmart will be putting out displays for Easter soon, and there's also a link for Pop Finder, which helps you look up like population for stocks in your local community. So check out Sleep Discord. Thanks for them for sponsoring, and I'll get back to the video. Okay, so Wellness guys, I just put this here. Right now, this will probably go away soon. I don't know how reputable this seller is, but yeah, there's four boxes for 11.15. And just give you reference, it's usually 1,300, so that's like literally like $200 discount per box. Um, I'm not really sure why this is a scam or anything. I guess we'll see. If any one of you buy it, and just let me know and just comments. Sometimes, yeah, I do get people who are responsible for the market disruptions, and they do tell me, yeah, I bought the boxes or I got scammed or I didn't get scams. But yeah, if any of you want to take the risk, this is really cheap for everyone, guys. Um, all right, I want to start with Scarlet Violet in general. So, Scarlet Violet base is slowing down in some ways. So the price went down for only like $1. But the thing is, and then I looked at the demand and I was like, I saw this first and I was like, oh, the demand's been pretty strong lately at about 20 boxes a day. Sometimes even more like 30 or 40. But yesterday it was like 8, which is like the first slowdown in a while. It hasn't been like that low since like before the 11th. So that's like a lot of days. I guess there's just some days of like 10. But it's not too worrisome because there's only one seller at that price. They do have 100% feedback, so they will get bought out at some point. Sometimes what happens is that if you have like very low percentage feedback, people will just skip over your listing, especially for Sword and Shield boxes. Um, but yeah, after this 187, you get to like about the same price, and you get to 190 already. And 190, I think, is a new high because the other day it was like 188. That was a new high, and then after 190, you get a bunch of 190s. But yeah, it'll actually recover and it will go back up in price like at least a few dollars pretty soon. You get to 195 over here, the next page. But I don't really see that many high listings. There's this one with 6, but everything else has like 2. Um, so that might be a good sign. That might be why like the price will continue to increase, because people don't have like a ton of it. Like honestly, like most people, when SC base, Paradox, and Stellar were available, like they kind of just wanted to buy SC base last, because they're like, if I can get Stellar and Paradox for the same price, why would I buy SV base? But I'm curious to see just as this progresses if there's any like people who flood the market. I haven't really seen that so far. I see that more other boxes. Paldea keeps increasing. So yeah, it got to 225 the other day, and it kind of stayed the same. Went back down to 220, and now it's at 240. And it's scary because I mentioned to you before that the price keeps going up and people keep buying. Um, the demand yesterday was kind of like okay-ish. It's like 20. 20 is kind of low at like the low amount that it has ever since it started its upward buying amount at like the ninth. Um, and there will be days when there's like price discrepancies, but when I look down, let's see, 240. There's 13 bucks here. So Heavy Tech is due. Heavy Tech and CG Castle are back, and yeah, as I told you before, like people are more likely to have large amounts of other boxes, especially the ones they think will do better. And Heavy Tech CG Castle are offloading their boxes again, 25 boxes here, and then there's 5 boxes or 6 boxes for Hidden Fortress, and then there's 4 over here. So this is kind of the market resistance. Um, After that, there's this like KB, and after that, you get to 249. So honestly, at the rate it's going, like people just keep buying Paldea. So I wouldn't be surprised if people say, okay, it's really expensive, but it'll still increase again. It's very like I think Paldea will do good long term, but if you don't if you're buying credit, like actually you should probably never buy Pokemon credit most of the time, but or leverage, but they can't pay back. But if you buy from TCG player, just know that yeah, you're going to have to pay taxes or sometimes, and when you resell, you're going to like have to take a discount off, and so when you resell, it might be hard to get profit than you think if you're buying at these high prices. Um, but yeah, Paldea either way, it's people are going to buy these boxes, and I'm curious how fast this goes. Obsidian hasn't really changed in price. I think yet again. Um, it hasn't really been changing like much at all since. Actually, yeah, Obsidian's been pretty stagnant ever since it went up to one about 190 on the 10th. So it's been like 2 weeks that's been pretty stagnant. Like the prices have been around 189, sometimes 192, like this whole time. Sometimes 187. It's been very stagnant. Um, like it's already been pretty high, so it's nice I maintained it. But I'm still kind of waiting to see if it will actually increase. We just filter by ones without photos and maybe 7. Get to 192. Like I think it could easily go back to 192. Getting past 192, it'd have to go through these 11 boxes, which doesn't seem like the end of the world. Since the booster boxes are booming, there's a chance that it will go back, but there is some resistance. Like there's 12 boxes over here. Um, it just might take some time for it to reach like 200 or a really big price increase. But it's possible. It's just that the demand is it's like all right, but like it's not like like in Paldea you see like this big block. You don't really see that with Obsidian. That's why the price has been so like kind of stagnant. So it's like it's possible that by next week the price will probably increase, but the next few days it's kind of like hit or miss. Paradox. I think Paradox is like the cheapest box right now. Um, and yeah, we're if you look at the price points, like actually no, Stellar kind of varies. Stellar is in its own sort of category. I wouldn't really say it's a fair comparison. Um, but yeah, you're seeing definitely a lot of boxes being around the same price now. Like SD base 185, Obsidian 189, Paradox like 182, and Stellar at 175, and then Temporal 183. Like there's so many boxes that at this point, like you really have to look at like, hey, which one do you think will really do that much better? Um, and, like Paldea and Twilight are about the same price, and then Surging Sparks is still still ahead, but Paldea is catching up. Um, yeah, if you're debating between these boxes, I would just choose the one that you think will do the best. Either short term or long term. Like long term, I don't know. SV base could pull off a Sword and Shield base, which does the $450 price tag. Um, I would probably. I think Stellar is likely to get a reprint at some point. So long term, I wouldn't necessarily want that. And Temporal, like maybe that too. Well, also Temporal, like you can get a Pokemon Center still. So actually, the buy is right at first, probably Pokemon Center Temporal. But if you want to buy like Obsidian or Paradox, I mean Obsidian has seemed more popular. So maybe Obsidian, but yeah, with all these like price points being similar, like you have to be kind of wary which one. There's not like an obvious because it's cheaper. But Paradox, unlike SC base, like there's kind of more boxes. I feel like at this price, um, and I feel like it's gonna take a little longer for it to rise. It just seems like it has more resistance. Like, oh yeah, like there's 49 boxes at 184 from Heavy Tech, so yeah, that's not much higher than the current market price. So yeah, Paradox has quite some resistance to overcome. Temporal, I'm still looking out to see when it sells on Pokemon Center. It still hasn't yet, but when it does, yeah, the price will definitely increase. Um, I think 183 is technically a new high. So I think people are anticipating that it'll go higher. And let's see, there's this. This is the 183, 180. This is already 185. So it's more like 185 actually, because this only has one box. Um, this is yeah. There's all like 185s, and you can finally get to 190. Like it seems like it'll rise like better than Paradox will. All right, so Twilight, I think dropped just a little bit to like just a few dollars from like 230 to 227. Let's see, 227 and then 230. So there's only really one box at that price. So it's not really a big deal. Actually, there's another box here. There's two boxes, and then you get to 230. So yeah, like CG Castle appears again. Um, but yeah, there's definitely potential to see. What's the current demand? It's like 15 to 30 boxes a day recently. So honestly, if you just buy all these boxes, even if like people don't buy like the less trustworthy ones, um, you could easily go past 230, maybe to 235 or 240 in the next day or two or three. Stellar Crown. So this is the box that yeah, it was one of the cheap booster boxes in the past. I'm sure a lot of people still have like cases of this, or just spare booster boxes. And so this is just gonna go up and down. I listed 175, but there's only one box there. It's really like 181. Um, Stellar just it's just gonna be more volatile. It's recent. Like it went to 190 one day, and it's sold on Pokemon Center. But yeah, there's still enough supply that people like not everyone keeps up what Pokemon Center is selling out. So people will be attracted to the higher price, and people will sell. And so you're gonna see more resistance with Stellar. It's gonna go up and down. Um, I don't see like I'll just see that volatility for a while, at least for like a few days. And then surging kind of has to go up. Since everything else is going up, like surging. Um, People are always wondering like the price should crash, but right now like $260 is not even that expensive for a booster box relative to everything else. Like because like Twilight and Paldea are right behind it, so yeah, it's still going up just ever so slightly. Um, and then honestly, like it could still keep going up because this is like card crash, which keeps appearing. It's like 262, and this is 264, and then this is 265, and so yeah, it could easily just go up in that sense. All right, so Sword and Shields base and Rebel Clash are not really doing much. Darkness Ablaze had like one sale, but there's still quite some resistance at that price point. With Voltage and Battle Styles, I think I have some demand data for at least one of them, but again, like don't hold your breath on those. There's still too much recent like supply. People bought out tons of stuff on Pokemon Center, and so people are gonna start selling that, flipping that. There's just too many. As soon as prices increase, people will just go and try to sell, um, and that's gonna keep affecting. It's gonna keep lowering the market price. We get more volatile. But with voltage, like you're seeing some sales here. There's like five over here, but relative to like the amount here and plus the ones that I know potentially could be added, it's like it's gonna kind of stay at that price for unless demand kind of increases. Battle styles, like there's kind of more demand, but there's way more of it. So I'm not holding my breath on that either. Chilling Rain, it seems like it might actually maybe finally be going back up and recovering. Yeah, I think the lowest has been like 290 or something. Yeah, 290. But it's been at this price point before. It's made this recovery and gone back before. But yeah, there's definitely some like you see a solid block of sales every day. Three like seven were sold in the last 2 days. When I look at this, I see three. Let's see, this says 320. Wait, what did I write there? Did I write? Oh, yeah, I did write 320. Okay, yeah, it's a 320. So there's a bunch of boxes we have 320. The two of them have 0% feedback, So these might not sell, and it's only really this one. And you get to like 325, and over here you get like 328, 330. So if the band picks up, it could go up. Um, but yeah, there's actually some people. You have to look at the since there's so many like buyers people skip over. Sometimes you have to look at what's actually like being bought, and unfortunately, don't add to shipping costs. But yeah, but sometimes the base cost is enough. So you see over here, someone bought at 334. So there's potential signs that like it might be going up, even if the lowest bond price still stays there. About these guys I already mentioned before, it's about the same technically. The demand like there's two of them bought, but yeah, there's just really cheap for a reason. All right, so Fusion Strike, the demand is still kind of decent for Fusion Strike. Like if you're selling at least 3 or 4 boxes a day, that's like pretty good. Because a lot of them sell like 0 to 2 most days. Um, yeah, you see again like 0% feedback over here for 474, and you get like 47% feed 94%, and you get to $480 over here. So like yeah, the real market price of Fusion Strike might actually be more than that. So I think, yeah, I am a little optimistic about Fusion Strike. It might not be as aggressive as like Scarlet Violet boxes, but yeah, you do see people actually buying like at these higher price points, like 490, 485. Um, so yeah, it's just like good signs. It's just that there's too many like random sellers that it's hard to parse the data for these boxes. Um, like for Scarlet Violet, people are gonna be a little more trustworthy because it's so easy to get relative wise. Brilliant Stars, Astral Radiance. They both have potential to go up. I think I did see in the price data, like they do have some sales higher than the market price. Like there's some 290s for Brilliant Stars, even though it's like 285, and then Astral Radiance, it's supposedly at like 256, 257. But I see some 260s over here, which is just marginally higher. Um, But yeah, these are sort of the mid-tier expensive booster boxes. When I look at the actual listings, like I see this one over here, but no one really wants that. It's like 0% on one sale. You get 264, so I think 264, 265 is more accurate. And then for Brilliant Stars, over here, Brilliant Stars has more boxes at the current price point, but they're like four. And then there's this like 0% feedback, and you get to 290. So I'm like, I think within the next week, definitely at least one of those boxes will go up. Um, and Lost Origin just seems to have resistance. I think it's never reached past really 400, and so people are kind of worried of buying it above 400. But I think when it does surpass 400, it might just be kind of a dramatic sort of increase. Because people are like, oh no, I didn't get Lost Origin. People are already probably looking out for it. They're like, oh no, I missed the price drop to like 330 or whatever that happened recently. Um, like this one over here. And so like they're gonna want to get in. But yeah, there's still a bunch of boxes at around 400. So it's gonna take some time for that to get bought out. Um, and then Silver Tempest. Yeah, there was some recent sales like today. I'm still optimistic about Silver Tempest because that was Lugia, which it makes it better than like Brilliant Stars and Astral Reigns in some ways because it has a one main chase card. For some reason, someone bought like 3 boxes at 275. But yeah, Silver Tempest has been steadily going up, like 243, 246, 250, 252. So yeah, I guess all these boxes have been going. Well, I think Silver Tempest has been going up, but like these are actually relatively new highs. Like it hasn't really crashed that much. So I think these are more like actual gains versus other boxes like um actually I guess Astral Radiance has increased too. Brilliant Stars hasn't really. But yeah, Astral Radiance and um Silver Tempest have been increasing. But yeah, I'm still optimistic about it, but it's still there's probably more supply of it, unfortunately, which prevents the price from increasing. But um Like if some of these are balling out and there's not that many boxes, like you could easily just go back to like 260. All right, that's it for today's video. Check out Steam Discord. Invite links are in the description. Thanks, guys. Bye.